Hello, gamers, and welcome back to the UTOW Summer 2024 Intramurals. What a mouthful. It is me, it's your boy, Zach, with a K, not with an H. That one's a little bit weird. I wonder what happened down there. But anyways, with that out of the way, I'm joined by the ever-so-lovely Juicy McBooty. How are you doing?
Hello! I'm doing so much better now that you've asked. It is so good to be back. We've gone on a small whittle break of a hiatus. It has been a good break. I'm ready to do some very serious, very hype intramurals. Yes.
Hell yeah, brother. And we've got a banger of a series coming up for you guys today. We've got the Supreme Synergy up against Max Squared. You've seen one Max, you've seen two Maxes, but seeing them together, oh, that's something else entirely.
It's the power of Max. Squared!
But before we get over to them, we're going to see what the Supreme Synergy's got cooking up. I think
Yeah, you know what? They're just too powerful. Didn't want to talk about them. We don't need to.
No. Well, I can talk about them, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to talk to them because there were issues on that screen. Anyways, we've got the Supreme Synergy with their beautiful team comp, and now we're going to head back over to them really quickly.
Yeah,
we've
let's
got
just double check it's still there.
Sal and Polar on the DPS. We've got Phantoms on the tank, as well as Sir Sanic and Zach.jpg. Yeah, well, I mean, that's how it's spelled. It's written like that right there.
Well, do you think it's pronounced JPG or JPEG?
No, I think it's actually JPEG.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, just like Jeff.
Yeah. That's what I said. Yeah.
Alright, so now that we've got Supreme Synergy out of the way after a little bit of a mishap, let's go over to Max Squared.
Give me Max Squared! Passing it right over to me. Hitomi DPS. Mithrin. That's it. Those are the only two. That's all we got here. Hypothesis on tank. Macro on support. And wait a minute. Hold on. A cousin? You know what? I like this name because this one tells me how to say JPEG. How else would I know if it weren't so clearly spelled out for me?
Yeah, really spelled it out
JPEG
for
on
us.
support. Yeah, like just fully out and about, just so that we know exactly what to do and I won't mess up. Thank you, JPEG. You have made such a clear... You've given us instructions on how to read your name, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting seeing, like, JPEG versus JPEG. Why don't you need a better support today?
Oh my god. Well, see, it's going to be a JPEG battle. Whoever gets to win maybe becomes a PNG or a PinPeg.
Ooh. Alright, heading over to the maps, though, we've got Oasis locked in as our first... of more of experimental formats, especially as these new modes are being pushed through. Now that we're back to the pretty standard owl setup where it's going to be control into hybrid at the flashpoint, you've got a lot of explosive potential followed by some really solid stability on hybrid.
Especially on hybrid, and my favorite part about it is, you know what? It's tieable, and we get to see more. Maybe we go to overtime. That's what we all love to see. We want to see more games, more time, just more map. That's what we want.
I love ties.
Yes. Although, you know what? I think hybrid has some of the best balanced maps. Like, joking aside, they have... Wait, we got what? King's Row? We got Eichenwald. Those are the only two I can remember off the top of my head right now. The new one. What was it? New York? Is that what the city is?
New York? Midtown?
Is it New York? Midtown. Yeah. Pretty sure that's New York, right? Yeah. Like, all very well balanced maps with a lot of high ground and low ground and pretty much everywhere. It just feels like it's holdable on all sides no matter what and where you are. Whereas some maps, for instance, balance towards one way to like make a variant so that team players can play around certain parts of the map, and like I just like balance. Player choice is always fun. Seeing more options, giving autonomy and the power to play your own style on a map. and having some maps being unfavorable for that. Not my favorite cup of tea. Not my favorite cup of tea. So I like those hybrid maps a lot.
Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing what these teams are going to be playing because, well, we do have a very weird kind of meta going around where you've got Mauga being played in the tank role and Pharah on DPS with no Mercy to back them up either. This is a little bit weird to me as I'm sort of like retro-brained. But seeing that kind of like weird meta form where you've got a Mauga, you've got a Pharah kind of complementing each other sort of. It's
Yeah,
just,
not expecting that.
yeah, it is pretty peculiar. It is weird to think about. I'm sure that there's going to be some top 500 gigabrains in the chat that are going to enlighten us on that. But as for what I'm predicting for our matchup tonight, though, I don't know. We've got some pretty dive-heavy teams. You know, we've seen Phantoms a lot before. We've seen Hypothesis a lot before. They
on
both
opposite ends this time.
excel at their dive tanks, right? They love their monkey. They love their ball. They love their balls.
They're Doomfist. Yep. Of course. Yes. Double emphasis.
Yeah, I mean, the hamster has gotten a lot of buffs recently, and
Yeah, have you tried the retraction with like space? Like I said, player autonomy, when Blizzard gives those like quality of life changes, very, very grateful. Really appreciate those. Yeah, we can take what we get with Blizzard.
The ability to like retract on ball as well as like set yourself up for your own pile drives and those partial refund that it does give you if you fail a tether.
Yes.
Really, really, really nice, and a lot of nice quality of life stuff to add on top. I've also seen recently there are a couple of venture changes. I'm really. Oh, I wonder who that could be.
Interesting. We have on both sides too. Oh, and like we saw, Monkey, Doomfist. Phantoms and Hypothesis running it head to head with their very different team comps. And we are seeing that Pharah and we are seeing that Monkey opposite teams.
Both pretty dive heavy, and the Pharah from Story Tracer is going to punish the short range composition that we're seeing from Team Supreme Synergy.
Now, with the leaders like Hypothesis and Phantoms in lead like this, I am excited to see where they're going to take their teams here, because right now we have a great hyperspace over here by the Mega.
Hypothesis pops off with the first kill onto Zash, gets a second onto Cersanic, and Story Tracer follows it up with a third. Celestial running for the spawn. It does seem like they're going to be able to get away just for now.
Beautiful setup on the very beginning there, getting that high ground in that space from Sorry Tracer, who could kind of just fire at that doorway, preventing anybody from walking through and supporting. His Hypothesis was able to pop off and just kill Brig instantly, which is great.
Yeah.
No counter for you.
Yeah, I mean, Sorry Tracer just showing that excellency on the new Pharah, making sure that all those shots count, and Mithrin on the parlor skin. Oh my god, Polar gets popped by Hypothesis with a massive fist, and there's going to be no retaliation from Supreme.
Yeah, once again, we were just guarding that door with Sorry Tracer just firing, and we already have Barrage. Hypothesis finally get another pick on the side there like it's light work. Does get punished by Zac. But guys, we are holding this... Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Zac and Phantoms finding that refrag right here. Maybe able to get some action out of this, but Sorry Tracer absolutely blows up the backline with this ult. Barrage down.
And how Phantom stalling for time, trying to get more on the point. Polar finds a kill onto Macwell, though. Can the Primal find one? Yes, it does. Sorry Tracer gets swatted out of the air by this silly monkey. And Mithrin almost falls again. Polar, though, trying to camp that burrow, making sure that they're not able to get anywhere, but they do manage to walk away, and Hypothesis gets the kill onto Phantoms in the back line.
Dude, Phantom's killing Sorry Tracer in the air like that? I didn't get to see it up close and personal, but god, seeing a Primal kill a flying character
and
feels
Zac is just not catching a break, especially with the empowered punch. There is no way you're retaliating on Brigitte.
Yeah, Zac's unfortunately catching this Hypothesis hands out here. It's just, what, second, third time, unfortunately, that he's just targeting him out in the open. And again, diving into the backline and creating a lot of space for our team to go forward and push.
Yep, Overclock comes through, though, shoots Story Tracer out of the sky. JPEG off the screen with the Kitsune Rush. Wonder where that one went. Celestial is not able to connect with any other kills, though. Hypothesis is going in deep, has the nano boost to support him. A JPEG is dropping very, very low in the backline. Mithron pops the Tectonic Surge. Zach with the rally, and it's Phantoms that is going to get fragged. 99% overtime ticking down. They're not going to be able to touch.
No,
and that's first point captured for Max Squared.
Beautiful, beautiful space control by, I believe it's Max Squared, since we had our switch around. Yes, Max Squared is the red one. Good job, Juice. Yeah, yeah. I really like how they controlled those chokeholds there. And God, Hypothesis just finding a pick, kind of like he does normally in all of the games that we've seen him play before at the very beginning of the round. Zach going down a few times right at the start, just making space for everybody. Sorry Tracer doesn't have a lot of contention just because of the map and the way that those chokes work. Like, there's no space. Polar... I can't remember what TPS they were playing, but even if they were a hit scan, like getting through those archways, very difficult, very, very difficult. So I wonder how I'm going to counter this here, because Hypothesis right now, there's a lot of room to work.
Yeah, I mean, switching away from the Venture onto the Soldier, as well as Celesao going onto the Echo, they've got a very clear anti-air composition. They're going to try and burst down those tanks, as well as Sorry Tracer themselves, see if they're able to make things work with the double flex support composition. Macwell, though, gets dove on the back line, not going to be able to make the sleep stick, but Celesao with the opening pick up the Sorry Tracer. Sir Sanic follows it up with a final hit onto Hypothesis, and Macwell falls shortly after. Phantoms jumping away with 100 HP, and now Polar is looking to see if they can get any picks.
Beautiful, beautiful isolation by Phantoms. Really just bubbling off the Ana, forcing cooldowns. Zach absolutely bailing on the front line in order to save Sir Sanic, coming with the TP and the cleanse in the background. Oof. And then we had what? Yeah, Celesao finding those pick as Phantoms was giving that space. I didn't. Oh wait, we have a switch. We have two monkeys. It's monkey, monkey
action. Let's go. Hypothesis dives in deep on the back line, gets the massive cleave onto 3. Susie does save Ana for now. Celesao falls to Sorry Tracer. Hypothesis with a frag, but Phantoms and Shazanic are able to make it count in return. Hypothesis, though, shinily shuts down the monkey, proving he's the better one. And the need is not enough to save Sir Sanic. Kitsune is going to fall shortly after, and
monkey on monkey action, baby! Oh my goodness, did you see how many people? What Hypothesis was just jumped on? It's like 4. All on that little edge right there. Beautiful. Oh my god, actually getting that max value too. Putting the bubble down, forcing both supports to fall onto the point where they are in danger, and oh my god, more danger is to come.
Phantoms diving in deep. Kitsune Rush catches him out, and even though there is a Suzu, it is not enough as Zach falls next. And the entire team is stuck on retreat. Phantoms is just playing around the archway, making sure not to engage too far, but Mithrin does instead. And Phantoms are able to push in and punish. Hypothesis on the back line. Sleep goes wide. Phantoms finds 2, but Hypothesis makes it back in turn. And the nano boost coming onto Phantoms. It's just too much to deal with.
Oh my god, there's so much going on left, right, and center, and I'm really enjoying how both monkeys are making such big space for their team, but it looks like this time, Hypothesis found himself on the edge of the map and sailing right on over. Man, good luck with your sea voyage, my friend. I hope you find everything you want in the waters. But oh my god, both monkeys, textbook plays, beautiful, but it looks like, I think Hypothesis, sorry, Phantoms was the first one to get nano, and therefore engaging a lot earlier than Hypothesis was, even though both of them got roughly the same amount of value with the space that they were taking. Because nano is there, we have ult now, we're no pressure, and we're jumping in first.
The monkey does dive in deep, and Polar falls super quick. The bubble is excellent. Phantoms dives in on JPEG, and Tsunerush gets dropped down in the middle of the point. Hypothesis melts like a hot knife through butter, and Celesao was able to find a follow-up kill onto Macwell. This fight is well and truly over. Can Mithrin get an leaving pick? No, they can't.
Well, at least it looks like we have touch for one more probably here. But just like a hot knife through butter, it looks like this is food. This is a meal. This is a buffet. Because right now, oh my goodness. Guess which team is leading? Take a wild guess.
Yeah.
Supremacy.
88%. They got to get a contestant soon, and I don't know if it's looking pretty good for them. Coffee comes out, and Celesao is now on the monkey. Hypothesis gets the pick onto Polar. Polar just keeps calling first every time, but it doesn't matter. They don't even need him. And Celesao is the one to get a turning pick onto Macwell. Phantoms gets the kill onto JPEG, and there are no supports left alive. It is a repeat of the battle earlier, and it's a repeat of the results. Celesao is now the one to fall off the map. And it does seem like it was a little too ambitious. Phantoms finally secures Hypothesis, and this fight is actually looking like it's going to go in favor of Max.
Yeah, no, it looks like we had a little bit of a turnaround there. I'm not going to say that Echo ult there was imperative to the fight or anything, but you know what? I think it's really important that we saw it today, because that was effort. That was effort right there. And if we're not going to highlight plays like that, are we really in Intramurals? Are we really a very serious UFT Overwatch if we don't go for those plays like that? Come now.
Yeah, diving deep into the spawn. Hypothesis playing with fire. Gets the big kill onto Zatch. That's one flex support down. Can they find a second? No. Ana gets booped all the way back into spawn, and now Hypothesis just dropping so low on the primal is able to retreat.
Yeah, really making use of that ultimate, dragging it out to the last second before popping it, just to get themselves out. But now we're set up. We're holding out the choke here, and we engage really early with Hypothesis
Rush going in far, and Sursanic again falls early, not able to get rid of that nano boost, and now Polar to follow. And now Zatch doesn't have any healing to keep him alive either. And Mithrin following up with a clean 2 kills on her behalf.
You know what I'm seeing pattern-wise? I don't want to get too into this yet, because I feel like maybe there's another touch and another fighting coming, but I like the engagement that Hypothesis has. He is like a bullet that rushes forward. Phantoms is like a titan that holds his place and is a monolith for his team to rally around, but right now the speed of Hypothesis with these jumps is just crazy. Even though we have Nano,
the overtime does get procced last second. Phantoms takes the Nano and goes in deeper, but Hypothesis gets the kill onto Polar for the contest. And now Adventure, though, dropping down to incredibly low HP. Hypothesis and Celestial both finding picks. Phantoms securing the lead at least a little bit for the Supreme Synergy, making it even further. And that's going to be an open and shut case. They're going to flip the point in overtime, and nobody's going to really be able to touch.
Nice. Good rallying back from Supremacy this time around here. I really enjoyed the counter plays that they took. And you know what? I don't know if the mirror match was entirely necessary, but once again, just like that Echo play, it was a pleasure to see. It was beautiful. Wonderful to see both monkeys doing their thing and seeing exactly how, not a complete mirror match, but at least a mirror for the tanks plays out for these two different playstyles, especially for both of our Phantoms and Hypothesis homegrown UFT tank players. Very, very fun to see.
Yeah, it was really, really fun to see both of the tanks go, okay, you can play Winston. I can play Winston too. Yeah. Okay, well, let's run it back.
I wonder if there's like a little verbal handshake where they agreed, like, yeah, let's do this. Mirror, yeah? Mirror? Mirror.
Yeah, just a little bit of a bromance, but Hypothesis is going to break the streak. Running out on the Doomfist, and there's going to be a Genji from Solar Tracer too. Pretty unusual.
Yeah, we're all that, well, no, they didn't have the FAR earlier. Oh, no, sorry, they were never both the Doomfist and the FAR. Or, sorry, not Doomfist FAR, Malga, that meta. But we did see FAR earlier, but probably not as good on this map here with all this open high ground here.
Poor thing, Hypothesis gets anti-wall too far, commits too many cooldowns, and Polar is the first blood of the round. Celestial, though, dropping the low HP. Sorry, Tracer even lower. They are getting healed, where Celestial is not. Everybody's focusing fully on keeping Phantoms alive. Phantoms just does not respect the damage, and he gets away with it. Scott's fucking free. The first flip goes over to Supreme Synergy.
Dude, Supreme, the way they body block, how Phantoms was just walked in front of Hypothesis and couldn't leave, and then this time Sursanic did not die immediately, which is great. Ooh, what a great hit by Sorry Tracer
with the clean kill into Polar, blowing this fight wide open. You know, Phantoms wasting the leap, going straight vertically.
Hello, supports. We're gonna get anything here. Oh, and the follow-up with Echo, too, with the bubbles, hitting every single one and then lighting them up with their beam right there. Sorry, Tracer finds Sursanic, and Hypothesis next finding Zac. Beautiful.
Yeah, and Phantoms falls right after the Hypothesis, and that's the point flip. Now, Max Squared, they do have to kind of make up for that deficit, especially in the beginning, and they're doing a pretty good job, though, holding them back in the spawn.
Yeah, they're, who was it earlier? Killing the sleep and the sleep and the nade from Ana from Sursanic on Hypothesis time. I know a lot of the time Hypothesis able to charge in, get Zac, like either of the supports, but this time with those cooldowns hitting, we were able to punish Hypothesis.
Dives in deep, but the punch is going to be blocked, and sorry, Tracer finds us on the wrong end of it on a grenade. Hypothesis gets the kill though, and Celestial makes it back in return. Macwell down, Polar falls soon after. What is going on? Zatch falls too, and that's going to be no supports alive for the Cyto Synergy. And Hypothesis is just fighting his inner demons, not able to get to the Mega Pack until the Celestial pops a railgun right where it matters. Phantom's going in deep, but the Coalescence is enough to drive away the monkey. Not enough to kill him, though, as Macwell pops the rush to go in even further. Now there's a Nano Boosted Monkey in your backline. Sorry, Tracer is not going to be able to deflect those beams, and Celestial's dropping in even deeper with the overclock. Phantoms, what are you doing? Gets another kill into Macwell. Once he's sloppy thirds, and it's not quite going to be enough, as he is forced to leap out at just 129 HP. Playing with fire.
My God. This all started just with Monkey, or not Monkey, sorry, with Hypothesis going in, get just a little bit too far, getting punished in the beginning, and then they roll it right back. But you know what? He goes in, finds 2 in the background, dies to Celisao, who's able to just kill him off, and eventually with the help of his Ana. And then now we're just back to this. It's just back and forth. Monkey gets knouted. He's going in. We have Mithrin going in with Echo Ult. Like, it's just a non-stop buff fetch. It doesn't matter at all. That ultimate is gone now. It's been wasted. Mithrin is just deleted in his HP, his old form. Barely able to get out here, but you know what? Monkey's gone forward to get for that space. Is it too much? He might get punished for this, ladies and gentlemen. He's at no HP. Oh, but he finally gets his ult at the last second to save Hypothesis' main punch, and he is out here barraging himself into the Pharah's face. Oh my goodness, what a save. Absolute last minute ultimate here, saving him, and he's not afraid to go back
diving in again. There's just no respect to be found. 404 Aaron Mackwell fighting for his life, but there's no DPS passive to reduce that healing. Hypothesis looking cheeky, looking hungry, wants those kills, dives in extremely deep, misses the kill onto the Sojourn. And that's okay. Meteor Strike allows him to go back at it again. Surge Tracer with the kill into Celisao. Mackwell falls right after. JPEG, though, with the Coalescence, able to kill Polar, and Hypothesis now shutting down Sursanic. All that up with the kill from Mithrin and Surrey Tracer, and that's going to be your overtime shut down.
Dude, I feel for Phantom so much. The insane amount of value this person got. Staying alive, getting that ult last second when they definitely could have died. They're 2 HP and Hypothesis punched them. But you know what? They go back in. It just can't happen. He's just playing around that corner where nobody can see them. Like you said, no DPS passive was applied. So Hypothesis just does not die. And neither does Phantoms eventually, but he does get killed after the support by the team. And the peel from Max Square this time,
Hypothesis,
so
that
good.
punch,
Goodbye.
that charge punch is nothing to scoff at, and Polar is finding that out right after. Sorry, Tracer with the barrage finds the kill into Zadge. Now Phantoms are tasked with the impossible of killing Sorry Tracer, but Sursanic is not there anymore. Monkey with no form of sustain is forced out of this fight. Mithrin trying to get away with any last second picks, and now the fight is going to be taken to the point in overtime.
Yeah, 97%, guys. We're going to make this touch. Okay, cool. So we do have Phantoms coming in with a touch, but the copy with Mithrin immediately, with the bubble in the background to really isolate everybody, doesn't seem like much is happening. We get that last touch, though, from Polar here, who's able to get it, but you know what? Not for too long here. Unfortunately, Echo looks like she's going to be taken out on the side as well, and Sursanic doesn't live long either. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to stall for too long here. I know we get the touch again, but guys, that is a lot of HP.
A lot of HP and not too much healing to save it. Now Phantom's with the last second contest in the Primal as well, just to survive for a little bit longer, but he's going to be forced off the point, not going to be able to retouch. And that's Max Squared taking your first map.
Not the C9 from Hypothesis. Come on, man. Come on,
that's like a C8. Okay, you got pushed off the point.
Not true. Arguably C7 as well, but you know what? Let's see this. Phantoms at one moment. Wait, which moment here? We had so many critical moments. Yeah, jumping into the back line, absolutely nailing everybody with like 3 people, 4 people under his butt as he's jumping in and cleaving damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a really angry monkey that just does a lot of damage.
Angry monkey
especially
does a lot of damage.
After they added the armor shred as well. There's just really very, very little that can mitigate that nano boosted Winston from just absolutely cleaving your entire team. And I'm really interested in seeing how these 2 dive teams, though, they're going to adjust to this next map, right? Because Hybrid, now in Supreme Synergy's courts, they're going to have to make some pretty hard decisions on what kind of maps they want to take you to. Because there are a lot of maps in the current rotation, but not all of them are exactly well suited for dive all the way through. So are you going to be playing something that you feel really confident on, something that you've practiced? Or do you want to kind of catch the other team off guard and go for sort of like a rush/brawl map?
Yeah, I mean, we know that they're capable of pretty much any comp. Like, we know that Phantoms and Hypothesis, fantastic tank leaders that have a very big variance in what they can play, and we know that they're very aggressive play styles that will match like whatever comp that they choose. And I'm wondering if we're going to see Hypothesis on Doom again, because we saw them when they were the Monkey Mirror, you know, respect. I don't know if they were just doing it because, like, it's Intramurals, or they just wanted to do the mirror and just, like, see, you know, at head-to-head who the better monkey was. But Doomfist, so much value from jumping in there. And only when they started peeling in the last map there, when we got the sleep in the name that first fight, or whenever we were able to CC him, was he stopped. And even then, towards the last half of the map, the last half of the last map, rampant in the backlines. Hypothesis is just crazy on that Doomfist, knows how to really utilize each cooldown and just isolate and distract, as the rest of Supreme Synergy is trying their best to keep whoever they can from being jumped on by Hypothesis. So if they can run Doom, if they can't, I think that's a major factor in whether they're choosing their map, because I want to say most of the other ones, like, if we look at Eichenwald, if we look at Kings Row, if we look at Midtown, forgive me if I'm forgetting any others, like, I think Doomfist does well on all of these. Just so versatile in his cooldowns.
Yeah, especially with the hero bans that came through, right? Now you've got Cassidy and Tracer on the DPS side that are completely banned out, and then you've got Baptiste and Lucio on the support side. There's a lot, like Brawl and Rush compositions, they just can't function without Lucio. And you follow that up with, Cassidy, Tracer being banned. That is a pretty large kick in the shins for a lot of these team comps. A lot of the meta comps that we've seen so far. Up next is going to be Numbani, though. I mentioned that not a lot of maps are suitable for dive all the way through, but I mean, it's very clear that one slipped my vision as Numbani is definitely one of those maps. Well, okay, you might want to switch it up on third if you're not able to get the cart all the way through in 1 or 2 fights, but it's still a lot of powerful momentum and a lot of distance that you can get by being the better dive team on this map.
Yeah, Doom gets a lot of value here. I was just thinking, like, out of the 3 that are listed, forgot Numbani, and I'm like, wait, Doomfist, like, this is his map. This is literally his map. This is both meta-wise and, like, canonically. Yeah, that's the word. Canonically, it's his map, guys. You see the Rissa that he punched at the very beginning. For those of you who might not have known, that guy in the wall, that giant crater, that's Doomfist. That's Doomfist work.
Yeah, like, he's dooming it up. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I loved it when he said
it's the Doom guy. He just says it's Doom time, and then he dooms all over. Our brains are one and the same.
Yeah, we are literally the same human being. We just happen to be like 2 different humans, but the same brain cells shared between us. I agree. Yeah, but
interesting. It looks like the bans are actually on a per map basis, not a per series. I am.
We
are learning things together.
Did we talk about the bans? Like, did we go into it at all? I don't recall.
Well, I just covered the bans for last map, I suppose.
I just wonder if we introduced the system. Like, hey guys, we're doing bans. I don't know if we officially said that.
Hey guys, we're doing bans. Each team gets 2 bans. They get 1 DPS ban. They get 1 support ban. Can't really ban tanks because they're not really that big of a pool. Plus, if you ban a certain tank that the other tank player is really good at, then it kind of makes things a little bit unfair. But anyway, so you get 1 DPS ban and you get 1 support ban. And trying to take out a lot of those key meta players is going to be really, really, really impactful. Now, Pharah got banned. And the explanation or the justification, I suppose I can see for Pharah getting a lot of play right now is that those direct hits, they do a ton of damage. If I remember correctly, they're about like 120 to 130-ish damage. And if they're able to tick into that territory of, with a little bit of spam, getting that 2-tap, it is really, really, really advantageous to have, as well as just the verticality and the positioning potential that Pharah does have. Now, we're also seeing a Kiriko ban from the side of Supreme Synergy. Okay, you know what? I mean, Kiriko, very, very popular support. She has a lot of get out of jail free cards between the Suzu and the TP, or TP Suzu. If you know that combo, you know that combo.
TP Suzu. Yeah.
Yep. And seeing Carry banned on a map that is all about killing supports, that's very, very obviously a target, especially for the first point. You want to make sure the enemy team is forced into playing something like the Ana, like the Baptiste, that aren't really able to fend for themselves or peel for themselves. So that's all very good.
Yeah, the peel. You mentioned that. I'm actually surprised that it was Supreme Synergy that banned the Kiriko, because they were doing a great job with Zach keeping Celisao alive with that Kiriko. I think the amount of times that they that Max Squared forced Supreme Synergy to have their Kiriko go back and teleport to save Celisao from the Doomfist with the cleanse and the TP every time. Very valuable, because any time that Celisao was actually alive and didn't get, or them or Zach didn't get absolutely screwed by Hypothesis diving in with Doomfist, they killed him. And they pushed and they won the fight. So, if they're banning Kiriko, which is their best defense against Hypothesis on Doomfist, I hope they have another strategy. I do. Wait, they fixed it. Wait a minute. Oh, now I look like an absolute imbecile, and this is not real. They put up the sign again.
They did fix up Numbani a little bit. They did repair the airport.
Chad, I promise it was there. I'm not crazy. Chad, this is these tours, I've never seen this before. When the hell did they put this here? Why didn't management clear this with me? What is this?
Maybe this is why management doesn't tell you things.
If they told me... I'm gonna revoke their permits. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna make the hole myself. I'm gonna make my own Doomfist punch. I'm gonna recreate it again. That's what management gets.
All right. Well, I didn't really get a chance to talk to it, but really quickly, Max Squared did ban Sojourn and Brigitte, so it was just really, really little appeal for your Ana that you're gonna see on both sides.
Yeah, and we got Ana both from Sir Sanic and from Macwell. And we have the difference of a Lucio speed for a monkey jump, which I'm interested to see, and also a pocket for, a mercy pocket for our Sorry Tracer on Echo.
Just a little bit of poke from both teams, nothing too unusual. Just trying to get a little bit of pre-damage before the fight begins. Phantom drops down low HP. Sir Sanic
oh my
falls
god!
Before a dive is even initiated. Sorry Tracer with the mercy pocket, doing very, very, very well for themselves, and there's going to be absolutely no resistance against Max Squared here. They are looking for an early regroup with Sir Sanic, and they're going to be able to come back. But Celesao gets caught out hiding up on the upstairs rafters. Finds him pick out the JPEG on the way out, though. That's very unusual. And now the rest of the team of Supreme Synergy are going to be rushing back in to capitalize on this. Hypothesis gets a kill onto Zac. Now they're shutting things down. The Phantoms, though, is not willing to let things go just so easily.
Yeah, killing Sir Sanic so early like that was big, but you know what? Good for you, for Max Squared, for pulling off, or sorry, for pulling back and making sure that you didn't lose anything more than what you could have. Unfortunate cash out there, but for our Echo, you know, to get killed quite towards that end. So it wasn't a full regroup, but you know what? Like giving up the point. Ooh, Celesao going down. Looks like because of that mercy, or sorry, difference of mercy pocket, there's kill kind of up in the front here. I don't know how much more space we're gonna get. We did just kill one very important TPS on the enemy team, guys. We're gonna see some capitalization. Because right now we're just kind of dancing with our monkeys. We're seeing where we go. But you know what? If Sorry Tracer is allowed to keep doing what they do, they have their ultimate, they have a mercy pocket. I feel like they're gonna be the key to winning this match here. Because we have monkey going in, we use nano, we're committing full here.
Double monkey gaming and Polar is not able to handle the heat. Macwell retaliates with a nano boost, but there is not much to be said. This is an open and shut case. Phantoms, though, kind of get a leaving pick on the JPEG. JPEG seems to be very exploitable here on the Mercy. Celesao gets a pick onto Sorry Tracer. Gonna slow down the push just a little bit more. Make sure you can't get all three on cart. Primal even deeper onto the spawn. Polar is caught with their pants down. Nothing that they can do as the Cassidy. And now it looks like he's going even further. Manages to juggle. Just sitting in the corner. He's getting
Monkey Blade. Monkey Blade.
Oh my god.
My god, hypothesis. Dude, it doesn't matter what character he's on. This guy is like, yeah, that backline, that's spawn camp. That's mine. Dude, let me do that. And you know what? I'm pretty sure just because of that primal, single-handedly, not only was it the most optimal thing, because I think they were able to just count the second point without anything happening, or any sort of contention from Supremacy here. Like, they didn't have a chance. 3 of their players just went down to a single monkey who was catching people out who were sort of, not staggering, but because they were walking out one at a time and they weren't expecting Hypothesis to just leap in front of them and kill them one, like, slowly, they're dead. Team's dead. There was no contest. And now Sorry Tracer
right after Mithrin gets slept right out of the high. She's not happy about that. And Celesao with the stick onto. No, sorry. Celesao gets stuck by Sorry Tracer, and now Phantoms is the one that gets the kill onto Sorry Tracer themselves. Phantoms are going even deeper on this Ana. He wants her dead, but the sleep dart is going to be able to save her for just a little bit more. But sticky bombs do awaken the sleeping danger. Sorry Tracer was able to finish him off. Now Hypothesis is tasked with the duty of just trying to push a little bit more while they can.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a geometry diff as our Phantoms was not able to drive characters into a corner like Hypothesis was. Definitely not favorable towards him from that push here, but you know what? We have Phantoms back on Junker Queen here. And Sorry Tracer trying to get onto that Ana to keep their players alive. But Celesao finds that first pick on Mithrin with those stickies. Phantoms cleaving through Sorry Tracer, and now there's no more Echo. Ooh, finding the nice kill on JPEG there from Polar to shut down that Mercy res, get that late fight. No late fight for you. Phantom still walking this backline here and not afraid to walk forward. But you know what? Maybe you should be. Maybe you should be a little bit scared because that damage is insane. Hypothesis, 1 HP does not matter. He still finds Celesao, and Sorry Tracer's cleaning up the rest of the fight here with 120 HP and a lone Ana trying to touch and stop point from pushing in. Not quite enough.
Very nicely done for the team of Max Squared. You got 3 minutes and 42 seconds remaining on a full Nimbani push. That is not easy to do, and even harder to come back from if you're looking at it from, you know, Supreme Synergy's side. it is going to be a little difficult, and I am getting word from the chat that Hypothesis actually had no deaths that round.
Crazy.
That is
Crazy
wild.
tank gameplay. You know what,
Considering the
between
fact
Hypothesis?
that he was deep in the spawn?
Oh, yeah. Balls
Like,
deep. I
seeing
mean,
some of
sorry,
those
monkey
plays
deep.
is
He's not playing
incredible.
ball. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I am speechless.
Good. That's my favorite way. You see, as a caster, if I can make you not speak, not do the speak, then it's impressive. Then it's cool. It's part of the job description. You know what? Hypothesis, are you going to get that death this time? Are we going to be able to kill Hypothesis here, guys? Because, as we saw, not afraid to jump in. Not afraid to go hard. Not afraid to play ball. Even the picks from, or the pressure, sorry, from Sorry Tracer with JPEG with the Mercy Pocket killing Sir Sanic so early in the fight, which I didn't necessarily catch, but I think just did. I think they just landed their shots. I think with just the Mercy Pocket, a couple headshots to Sir Sanic, they just went down so early. Easy first fight point. This is honestly the biggest momentum starting move or action that relayed or that led to the quick and easy push. Maybe not easy. I will take that as a verb, but very smooth, we'll say, at the very beginning. And I don't know. Are we going to keep sticking with this Lucio for Monkey? I don't know how much value we're going to get from it.
Yeah, well, now that the Echo Mercy is on the defending side, they're going to have a lot more, cover to work with, especially around this big pillar on the side. Sorry Tracer is going to be pushing back Phantoms, making sure that the Monkey does not progress too far. Zach, though, booping him off of the high ground.
What a position.
Now with the angle onto Mithrax, boops the Cassidy into the team. He's able to roll away with no repercussions. The team just wasn't ready for it. Phantoms wasn't even looking the correct direction, and now he's setting up for the next dive in. Hypothesis is the one to go in deep, though, and the rest of the team is there to support. Sorry Tracer gets the pick onto Polar. That's going to slow this push down even more, right down to a crawl.
Yeah, man, we could have punished that Cassidy right there that got drawn from Zach pushing off, but no, guess not. Sorry Tracer finds sell us out. We trade Sir Sanic getting revenge on Sorry Tracer this time around. Hypothesis finding that backline support. Is it enough? Can we get even more value off of this? Phantoms, oh, so close to maybe getting their ultimate and doing something here, but you know what? Not quite, not quite. It looks like 3 people shooting at him was a bit too much for a Monkey to handle. Just a little bit.
Yeah, and we do have a lot of ultimates coming up and pretty much online. Max Square do have a little bit of a lead, granted, because they have been doing more damage. They have been healing a little bit more, so they do have these massive win conditions available to them, but a little bit earlier. But if Supreme Synergy take this slow and they're able to build up their ults, they are going to have a lot more time. Copy comes out, though, and Sorry Tracer goes in deep. They didn't get the memo, as Hypothesis gets 2 kills, absolutely wrecking the backline. Nano Boost as well to support Hypothesis in his crusade, and Celesau with the flank on Cassidy.
I love it when you say didn't get the memo, because it's just like me in management. Nobody told me what was going on, and you know what? I got punished for it. I got punished for it, and I looked
even
like
deeper
a fool.
the high noon to just persuade the Monkey to please kindly leave. It is 12 o'clock. Phantoms, though, gets the kill onto Mac while getting a little bit angry that it is lunchtime and he's working overtime. Hypothesis just shuts Zach down, and now he's just waiting on the Mega Health Bag. No, the anti just lasts a little bit too long, and Polar is the one that's going to be able to collect the final hits. Celesau with the kill into Mithrin as well. He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, you know, Phantoms, you may have died and gotten naded there. You couldn't follow up, but 1, the dirty kill on Lucio there. 2, you bought enough space for the team. That's what matters. Even if it's not, but you know what? First death, right? Unless I'm crazy. Maybe there's a couple other ones, but at least one. At least one death for Hypothesis there. And that is the key to switching over to our Monkey here. Or sorry, not Hypothesis, Phantoms. Once again, mixing them up. Oh, goodness gracious. I thought I wouldn't do that anymore, but you know what? I'm just a caster at the end of the day. Just a silly guy. I make mistakes. And are we going to get any mistakes to catch out Supremacy here? Because right now, looks like the numbers are getting pretty low here.
Nice leap onto Phantoms. Just please.
Beautiful.
Just gently putting him down, ready for Hypothesis, and Macwell gets the nice need in the back line. Hypothesis, though, does get a little bit discouraged, going in too deep and is forced back.
Yeah, you guys, nice. You forced, or at least convinced Hypothesis to go back onto Doom here. Now, how are you going to answer this? Because this could be very dangerous for you, as the damage is crazy, and your Monkey, I don't know how much is going to survive, guys. He's already at half HP here. Try to dissuade with his ultimate of a high noon here. Can we maybe find at least one? But we're here and biding our time. We're okay. Sorry, Tracer, really uncontested. This Mercy Pocket is doing mad work, and there is so little distance that we can find here. What a big punch from Hypothesis to find almost 2 right there. More space bot. Okay, and another high noon. I think we're just kind of nooning for everybody. It's like a communal noon.
You get a noon, you get a noon, and you get a noon. Can't wait to see a copy into a noon.
Yet another copy for noon.
The wombo combo. Sorry
God.
Tracer gets the final hit onto Polar. Hypothesis gets slept right after the Meteor Strike, but it's okay. Sorry Tracer with the second pick onto Sir. And now JPEG is being terrorized just a little bit by Hypothesis. Gonna put the monkey to rest as Phantoms get, put down shortly after.
Dude, someone get this guy off of Doomfist. It feels unfair at this point. Like, Phantoms, you see how much he's walking forward and then his health just disappears? You can't convince me Monkey has 600 HP. This guy doesn't have 600 HP. It's just not a number. It's not a real number. This guy doesn't live wherever he goes, wherever he walks. Something needs to happen. And I think that Zach needs to somehow support our boy. Oh, unfortunate. Sorry, Tracer just kind of doing their thing. Again, the Mercy Pocket and the damage and the space that Hypothesis is able to make right here with all these punches, like... Monkey can't even turn this corner. It's really easy for Doomfist to hold right here. Something needs to happen quickly. Otherwise, it's just going to be another 2 minutes of this, holding at this corner here. Monkey jumping forward, trying to do something here. Nice! Polar, using ultimate, going under the cart. Find a couple picks here. We got Sir killing Mithrun. Oh, it's actually a trade. And Celisao, once again, thank you! Taking out Hypothesis. How much more can we do with this, guys? We have to keep going here. And we have Phantom still going in the back line here. Killing Mackwell. Sorry, Tracer trading with Polar. They're walking forward. It is back and left trades, but you know what? Is this going to be enough to kill our Tracer? Or sorry, not the Tracer, the Echo. Echo, you have a Mercy Pocket. How much are we going to get from this?
Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be too much, at least right off the gate. 3 men on the cart, oh, and Winston Coffee comes through.
Ooh,
the supports are going to be isolated. High noon. Just to discourage anyone even further, the nano boosted onto Phantoms is going to be able to secure that kill.
Oh
now Sir can find himself between a car and a hard place as Hypothesis is able to relocate really quickly with the Meteor Strike, just making sure that this monkey's life is a living hell. Gonna be kept alive just a little bit by the shred of heals that they're able to provide. Not enough though, as they do fall shortly after. Polar gets the kill onto Sorry Tracer, and now Hypothesis is
he's back.
Live Laugh Lovin'.
Oh, just kidding. Not back anymore. Live Laugh Loving a little bit too hard. He gets punished by Celisao for once, which is good. Because Hypothesis managed to come back with the amount of time that Sorry Tracer and JPEG were able to stall. And I know there was like 4 of them on car, and there was only those 2. Sorry Tracer and JPEG were the only 2 that were trying to slow them down at all. You could have punished them. You could have killed them. But it was hard because team comps. And you know what? That's okay. It happens. We have Desperate Touch from JPEG who instantly gets slept. And Hypothesis is trying to do his work. But it's just not enough. Guys, please. You need to punish Hypothesis. And then if you don't, Sorry Tracer's just going to blow you up with damage. And I know we're on Tracer right now, but that carry, or sorry, that damage, too much. It was too much. And we don't have anyone who could shoot him. Celisao is down.
Yeah, I mean, Phantom is just popping off, going crazy on the Junker Queen swap. And it is in a bit of a dire situation. They, Team Synergy, just to have a chance here to win this map, they have to get it all the way without losing a single fight. They have to have an outrageously large victory just to have a chance on the second attack. Now, Polar is on the flank, trying to find anybody that they can. Not going to quite grab a kill for themselves. Going to burrow a little bit early and is forced out as a consequence.
Yeah, but you know what? They were able to go out with their life, but Hypothesis was not quite so lucky. Once again, Sleep and Nade just absolutely destroying him, which is exactly what you needed. A nice nano to save Mithrun, as she's able to do massive damage here and stay alive just a little bit longer because Phantoms is saying, nope, that is not enough here. Hypothesis is back, maybe here to change the fight, the outcome of this fight here. The Phantom spines Mithrun, punishes again. Sorry Tracer getting Polar here, and we have trades and trades and trades. Phantoms, we gotta find more than this right now because we are the last 30 seconds here. If we do not get a clean fight, we are not going to get that to overtime, and we're not going to be able to take it. Oh, nice hitter though.
All right, this is your chance. This is it. You got 15 seconds left. You got to get as many people on the cart as possible. You got to just keep this point going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Now we're entering drawable territory. There is still a chance for Supreme Synergy, and Polar gets the kill into Mithrun, opening the fight pretty nicely. Nano boost onto Phantoms, and Hypothesis gets slept in the middle of the block.
That's what we need to see earlier. Yes, more punishing of Hypothesis, guys. We did it, but it was just a bit too late because now, unfortunately, we can only draw as we did not have even 1 second before overtime.
Let's go, drawables in the chat.
I love Phantom Synergy. Oh my god, that's what we want to see. That's what we like to see.
Yeah. What we don't like to see, though, is 3 minutes and 42 seconds left. And all that Team Max Square have to do is they have to cap 1/3 of this control point. Oh, things are going to get a little bit freaky here. I have a feeling, it's like telepathic brainwaves that Supreme Synergy are going to try something pretty unique here. I don't think they're going to play standard playing Gene. They're going to go crazy with it. They're going to get freaky.
Okay, I see your read, right? And so you're saying, just to clarify, that you think Supremacy here is going to pull something crazy out, and they're going to somehow stomp
Diva?
Max Squared? Is that what you're saying? Like, roughly? Meh?
Yeah. I mean...
Okay.
Yeah.
I raise you,
Supremacy, right? Like, they need to pull something big, something flashy, something cool. And I feel like the Diva Reaper combo is maybe not it.
Do we know any data? Do we have any data? Is Zach a Lucio one trick? Not that I have anything against that at all, but I don't see that helping our comps here, like composition-wise. If you just want to have fun and it's intramurals, no problem. I got you. But I'm just wondering, like, can't they play anything else? Because right now, we are getting our Phantoms absolutely destroyed. And
calling them a 4-fun team is a little bit reductive. They are able to bring Max Square up until this huge overtime. But things are going to be looking a little bit dire, especially as Mithrin takes the high ground pretty aggressively and almost shoots down Celisao for it.
Yeah, we have good high ground control over here, as we see Phantom's trying to do something. He's looking for a jump. He's just looking for a jump. But he sees his HP. Oh, sorry, not Phantom's. Hypothesis. Looking to go in, but he gets immediately punished. You know what? He just dives in because he needs to do something. But dude, his HP is gone. It's absolutely destroyed, which is great because that's what damage we need to see in order to punish him. Because Hypothesis, if he does not die, he is going to find so much value by being in your face and cutting your backline in half. And hopefully we can do this for another 3 minutes.
Who needs a break to peel for your Ana when you have just a Reaper sitting right there?
Yeah, damage.
Damage.
Instead of peel, it's just damage. That's another kind of peel. Oh.
Hypothesis brought out of the fight for just a little bit, but those are the balls that you like to see. You love just...
Yeah, punished. Yep.
Punished deeply.
Yes, absolutely. If you don't punish the ball for going balls deep, then, like, what are you doing? You need to stop him. Like this. This sleep is amazing, and the Reaper damage to follow up is fantastic. Oh, the nade! The nade! Oh my god. Beautiful. Out of nowhere. Really just comes in hitting from the back. And, okay, we're holding it from the front now.
Yeah, I mean, Sir Sanic was able to hold on for dear life, and that's what you need. As long as the Ana survives, everybody else can kind of just go.
Just go, stop, yeah. No, we just want to go hard here, and Hypothesis is doing his best to kind of look around for things. They're not afraid. They have 2 minutes. They have 2 minutes to do whatever they want, and then maybe they can find some success here, and we're just going around, seeing, poking around, seeing what happens, and there it is. We poked enough. Zach goes down quickly and early. We have an ultimate to... Oh my god, that somehow saves us for another 2 seconds. That's just enough time for backup to come over and support us as we take out with 15 HP. These two back here, up at the top. It is not looking very, very good for you guys. Ooh. Oh, Mercy, desperate last touch from JPEG. We have Val coming out here. Oh, goodbye, Lucio. Oh, does manage to get it off, though. Very desperately. Not an Ajax, technically. But you know what?
A minute and 30 seconds left. That was a 3-minute hold, I think. That no, I can't do math. Like a 2-minute and 15-second hold that they were able to get done. That was really, really nice. And, I mean, Phantoms rightfully earns that play of the game for that push through past third point. You know, really, really nice. Following it up. I think that was like a 4K? Okay, in terms of like final hits. Very, very well done. And play of the game for both of them
Jesus.
so far.
Wait a minute.
Phantoms makes their presence known. Now we are going to send you guys over to a quick break. It'll be 3, maybe 4 minutes. And then we'll be right back at you guys for the series point map.
See you in a little bit.
Welcome back, gamers. It is good to see you all again. Just a little bit longer than 3 minutes, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. Now, we are just currently waiting on our teams to pick their bands for the next map. We are going to be going over to Flashpoints. Really interested in seeing how they're going to be able to, sort of adapt and retaliate, because when it comes to Flashpoint and you have those two map picks, well, realistically, it's just the one. Everybody goes to Saravasa. It is very, very difficult to sort of throw the opposing team off of their game. Now, the bans do still offer you an opportunity to do that, especially since Supreme Synergy can really tailor things against dive if they're not really feeling like using it anymore. But it is going to be very, very difficult to shake Max Square's lead. Juice, do you have any predictions for how this next match is going to go?
Yeah, here's my prediction. Kill hypothesis.
Okay.
That's a prediction. Yeah.
Okay. Pretty bold.
Yeah, no. Hold on. Let me explain. You thought that was just going to be one sentence? No, let me talk about this. Guys. I've said this before and I've said it again. You need to CC this man's. You got to. You have to. If you don't, you will die. And even if you do, sometimes sorry Tracer, who's being damage boosted, they'll just wreck you. Okay. Zach. At the very least, if you're going to go the Lucio, which I love a great Lucio, Ryan player here, trust me.
Yeah.
Play with them. We've seen Monkey, we've seen Junker Queen, which is great for the speed, and that's worked out very well for them. Just take advantage of the fact that Zach is on Lucio if we're not going to switch that already. That's what I need to see. And the Ana is doing great. Enable her. Do the thing, kill Hypothesis, because whenever they punish Hypothesis on Doomfist, it works great for Supreme. It's awesome. Do that.
Yeah, well, like you've said, every single time that we see those big, really, really big cooldowns, especially the Ana nades and the Ana sleeps, when they connect with Hypothesis, he folds like paper. He melts like butter. He just disintegrates like juice under pressure. There is nothing that will keep this man around when there is a lot of CC in this game. And I mean, Team Max Squared has demonstrated that they don't really want to play a Kiriko, or maybe they can't play a Kiryu. So I don't really know if that's going to be an option to be able to save Hypothesis with. Now, the first bans did come through. Supreme Synergy, they are targeting Hypothesis directly. We're getting a Doom ban and a Mercy ban.
Oh, we have a tank ban this time. I wonder. Look, I didn't get instructed by the management again on like how the rules of banning works, but you know what? If we can ban a tank, surprise Doomfist. I think that's a good idea, but who knows how much value that's going to find here too? Because maybe we just go Monkey again, and you know what? The Phantoms Monkey and the Hypothesis Monkey mirror match has been pretty fun to watch. Never mind, we're not going to see that. We have a ban for Monkey and for Reaper this time from Hypothesis himself. So,
damn, really targeting what worked for Supreme Synergy last time.
Good. That's a great aspect of bans.
Getting the Reaper off, and
yeah.
Now that we have two dive tanks banned and Reaper gone, now I'm putting my thinking cap on here.
All right, let's put them on. Yep.
Are we going to see Rush? Are we going to see Brawl?
I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was going to say the same thing. I wanted to yell it out.
Competitions? Or are we going to see, something a little more defensive? Maybe a little bit of poke. Maybe
double shield. Maybe it comes back.
Oh, I don't know about that one, buddy. I don't know about that one.
You don't know. They had Echo. We had Double Monkey. It could be.
Well, good thing Monkey's not here.
You're right.
If Monkey could hear you, he would be very upset.
I'm an animal. Thank you. It's my classic
Saravasa is a beautiful, beautiful map, known for its luscious green locales set against the backdrop of just a beautiful city.
Not as beautiful as you, fellow caster. Not as beautiful as you. Or you, Acrylic. Yes, you, I'm talking to you. My producer, my observer. Let's just do a quick shout out. Yes, yeah. Hey now. Anyway, thank you, Prod Team. Thank you, everybody behind the scenes, of course. Quick shout out to
Thank you, Prod Team. One singular. Hey, one person makes up a team, right?
True, true. There's a me and team. Yeah.
What? Oh.
Me? Yeah. There's no I in team, but there is a me.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. I heard that somewhere online.
Reinhardt, let's go. Hypothesis with the classic.
But now you have
This
both
is exactly
Lucios.
what I was looking for.
Oh my god. And mega damage in the beginning as well. Hypothesis trying to find some space. But oh my god, Lucio diff. Never mind. There is no longer both Lucios. There's only one. And maybe we have supremacy in the lead with this. Or one kid down. Never mind. Celesau goes down to Mithrin and she cleanly kills him. And they now have fights on the point happening. Never mind. PLDR. Polar just absolutely gets wrecked there. Is trying to walk forward and get a little bit of space. And again, trades on trades on trades.
Oh my god.
Both tanks
Phantoms is a one-man army. Nothing is able to move this man. Well, a little bit of damage is, but a lot of healing through the axe. And is able to survive significantly longer than all the other members of his team. And Sursanic is able to get a first pick onto Surrey Tracer. Now,
with the Phantoms
they are
charge.
going to make their way back just a little soon. Yeah, 80%.
80%. Holy. That's an ult.
Damage.
That's gonna be an ult right away. Like Phantoms is gonna get that big ult in the beginning, and yeah, they don't have point right now, but it's gonna turn it for them. Hopefully, it gets value though, and they don't have. Oh no, yeah, they don't have Curical Cleanse. They only have Immortality. So maybe this becomes huge. But we'll see here, because Phantoms. Ooh, are you gonna get any help here? We walk forward.
Oh, this is it. This is it. Rampage right away. Cleaves through three members on the team. Immortality is gonna save them for a little bit, but not for long. Zach gets the kill into the Immortality, followed up with the kill into the Reinhardt themselves. Celesau with a double strike.
Nice. We do a little dancing, but we get there. Very cleanly done. And you know what? Like we said, it's that tank ultimate. And you know what? Because of the map bans, or sorry, not the map bans, the hero bans, which we very much enjoy, we get to see plays like this. We get to see teams forced to play other things. You get a little bit of variance, which is very, very fun. And we are very glad for it. Just awesome. But now we have Shatter, and they don't have a shield. How are we going to combat this?
Well, by picking off Polar.
Oh yeah, just kill Polar. Yeah, no, never mind. That's how we combat this.
Kill Polar.
How can you shatter if Polar's dead? You know, it's just against the rules for the league.
Exactly. Oh, it's a solo shatter onto Phantoms. This the amount of disrespect. And it's a pretty solid play from the Supreme strategy, folks, because they are saving all their ultimates. They are getting ready to go again, and I don't know. I suppose they want to have momentum on their side for this next push.
Dude, we gotta kill the carry. That's why we shattered Polars. Or sorry, Polars, Phantoms. It's kind of late day brain. It's late night brain. That's what we do. But you know what? We're taking a quick little break. Let's analyze. What did we like about that? What was good? Let's start with the big ult that, oh my god, a caster called. Wah, self-praise. Wah, yes. Phantoms, thank you. Big ultimate. Nothing to defend. We didn't have Curical Cleanse because it was banned. Fantastic aspect of the ban system playing for you right there. And you know what? Beautiful picks in the beginning. As we can see, again, a Titan Phantoms that we said. And because they're playing with Lucio, we have the speed. We go fast. We go fast, we go in. We run. We go good peel. Yes. We complement the team comp. And I'm so happy to see that. I want to know, we have the point here. If Supreme can touch, right? What do they need to do to win? Who do they need to kill first?
Well, I think the call here, the call would have been, or should have been, in that previous fight, that they're going to burn their ultimates and they're going to try and secure this point no matter what it takes. But given that either Zach or Sursanic was dead very, very early, it does look like they, pretty indirectly had the call made for them to save and conserve their ultimates and move that momentum into the next point. Now, 87% is not a lot of time at all, and especially since Max Squared are moving up like they should, getting closer to the Swan and trying to prevent the touch. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be really much that they can do in terms of a push. And even looking at the spread of ultimates here, things are looking pretty even across the board.
Yeah, we're coming up on support ults from both sides here, and we have Blade, I want to say, for both, when Celesau is on 90%. But yeah, like you said, I don't think that we're going to get a final touch here in order to stave off this point. I think it's just going to go to Max Squared here at 90%. But I could be wrong. We have Lucio speed. It is possible. Oh, yeah, okay, Polar. Polar goes for that touch here. Uses that cooldown to dig in. Oh, but they have just been lit up by a lamp. We go in here with
sending it through the point, splitting everything in half. Reinhardt's not able to make anything connect. Sword Tracer with the blade. No kills for you, just an immortality. Oh my god, the Baptiste lived with just 1 HP. Not for long, no. Phantoms gets the kill, but Hypothesis is able to hit the strike onto Celesau. Now Phantoms is really impossible to move on the points. The beat does get dropped to save them for just a little bit.
Dude, Hypothesis just lighting up that kill feed. And look at these knives! They are deadly! My god, if there wasn't like 4 people running all around Phantoms, I'm pretty sure you just would have killed all of them, like, individually. Or at least if there were even one less. Phantoms! Okay, we see you on the JQ here. And we have Hypothesis switching over for a little bit of a mirror. Exciting.
Okay, JQ on JQ action. That's like what we like to see. The Rampage, though, is going to be a really significant hit for Phantoms and Polar. It's picked off right even before the fight starts. Rampage goes through the team. Please, too. It needs to be a big one because hit the tank. Nobody's going to be able to start to save Hypothesis here. And yeah, this is pretty open shot.
Yeah, Phantom's kind of a menace on our JQ here, even with Hypothesis switching over just because of the ult advantage that Supreme had here. Looks like Phantom's kind of just cancels anything that you wanted in terms of advantages. Like that ultimate just really shuts you down here. Purple, I want to say at least 3 of them, unable to get any healing because of it. Really, really good way to just use one ultimate to really turn the tides of that fight here. And looks like we're going to come back. And you know what? Good on you, Polar, for touching that point at the very end, and good planning by the team to really make the use of the touch, because we thought you were going to give it up.
And things went really far off of that push, or off of that touch, and it did leave a lot of more wiggle room for Supreme Synergy to be able to get through. Now, Tectonic Shock is going to part the rest of the team. It doesn't look like it's going to be able to get too many kills, but Polar goes a little too deep. Gets punished for deeply by Hypothesis, and Sword Tracer is trying to pick on Celesau. That flying far is just a menace, especially with no hate scan remaining, just to take them out. It does seem like there are going to probably be some swaps to retaliate.
Yeah, we're looking at a slow start of maybe a team comp diff. I mean, they're so similar. I don't want to say that. Maybe it's just... No, you know what? It's not that. They were just able to keep Polar dead in the beginning. And I don't know if that's like a ping thing, if Polar is one of the Hong Kong players. But because they went down so early and the peel was so good for Macwell and JPEG in the back line with the cleanse, they really just had... Or sorry, Max Square just had the advantage for most of that here. And Hypothesis able to somehow find
what a turn
here.
On the Rampage. Connects with 4. Beat saves them, though. And Polar with the drill dash kills Mithrin. She's not going to be happy about that one. Sword Tracer with the barrage gets the pick onto Polar. But now the Rampage is sent back at them, and there's going to be no saving this team. They're choosing to take the loss here. They know that they lost 2 members. Instead of investing more ultimates, they're just willing to let the flip go through. They have 84% on the point, so if they win one fight, they can take it here.
It's still technically 1-fight territory, 90% on this map, since the point does proceed at, I think it was like 1.25, 1.5 speed per cap, then typical. It is very much possible that we get that 1 tick back and we're good. Or sorry, not 1 tick, but 1 fight back and then that tick because of it. But Hypothesis here, just a little bit ahead of the ultimate, but you know what? We're looking at support ults, because we have JPEG who's going to walk in with that ultimate. Yep.
Yeah, double Kitsune Rush, followed up with everybody else. Tectonic Shock, too, coming from Polar. Not able to find a pick with that, but Phantoms gets the kill onto Mac, while JPEG falls down incredibly low. Celesau will go to find the last hit, saving that Dragon Blade for next year. Mithrin gets Mithrin gets 1 on the way out, but Phantoms make sure that the stagger kills are, well, staggered.
Yeah, I mean, if I were Celesau, dude, like, I don't think I'd pull out Blade in that cluster bomb. I'm not going to say the normal cluster word, but it was basically the normal cluster word. Like, there was just a lot going on right there. I don't know if I'd be comfortable pulling out my Blade, even with the Kiri Cold, because I'm too used to just dying immediately this Genji. You know, Genji, like, has a magnet and is the ultimate. Everyone just goes down. And that high ground advantage that Supreme had, like, on top of Hypothesis on those stairs,
Tectonic Shock
really good.
Mithra followed up with the Dragon Blade beat as well. Team Synergy want to go all the way. Barrage just trying to keep everybody away, but Celesau is not taking that answer. Hypothesis, though, gets the kill onto Sanic. That's a really big pick, and now he's sending through Rampage onto 4. The shout is going to give a little bit of temporary HP, but it's not going to be enough, and now Hypothesis is able to clean up the rest of this fight. Now the point does flip over, and now the scores all even up.
You know, I'm starting to see a little bit of that Junker Queen has ult, and therefore that team wins trend. You know what I mean? I named it myself. Yeah. It's kind of just the JQ ult, that purple without, even with the cleanse actually, from both teams, because I think before we didn't have Kiriko on both, I want to say. But now that that purple has become so prevalent in the matches, it's kind of necessary.
Yeah, and
maybe
Hypothesis is looking to stuff the team into this from not really letting them get by. Getting the cleave onto 3, forcing Phantoms into the corner. They are able to back out just in case.
God, fighting that little room like that. Oh, but Hypothesis gets pulled with a knife and therefore punished like just like that. We charge in with the shout. Sorry, Triss does find Polar, punishing for transgressions once more. Zach finding the back line, JPEG, but ooh, it is very much back and forth. Oh, Zach on 2. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, I think Zach might have heard you earlier.
Yeah, you know what? You tell me, Zach. You let me know. Show off. That's right. I want you to do well. I want the best for you. I know I was critical of you earlier, but that's what I want.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah. Yes, son. I'm proud of you.
Oh.
And now, can we find any pride in maybe holding in this little room here? Because Farah does like to shoot in these chokeholds, and she actually just jumps through.
Rush, rush, Tectonic Shock, beats.
Oh my god, name the ultimate game. It's just everything is poured out right here, and it looks like we have a couple kills coming from Supreme. Ults? Yes. If ult equals yes, then walk W. Just use everything. Use everything in that little room there. And I want to say that because I think Supremacy used it first and they just walked in, even though Sorry Tracer had flown in with Farah in like a really good angle, that ultimate actually just sped up everybody, and so she wasn't able to find any value. Oh my god. Sorry Tracer, not seeing that dominance we're seeing from that very first map. Oh, just a couple mistakes here or there, and it looks like Hypothesis is going deep onto the enemy tank. Phantoms maybe going down.
Flip
even the kill. Oh, Sorry Tracer heard me as well. My bad.
Yeah, can you talk like dirty to more members on Max Square? You think that's gonna like influence them a bit more?
I mean, if I talk down to you, you say it's dirty. Is it dirty or is it just mean? Or is being mean? Anyway, we're not gonna get into that right now. But I'm wondering if we have this far supremacy continue, are we going to be able to hold this? Because right now we're at 40%. This is like 2 fights, maybe one at the pace that this is going, and they're running into a small room. With Bar on the defense, this is a really, really good spot for her. Like, look how easily she's just shooting right here at the Wreck Rockets at the feet, at this doorway, and look at those values she's getting. She almost has barrage one more time. This is really difficult for Supremacy to push through here, and they need a win here.
Again, he gets dropped down incredibly low HP. Mithram with a Tectonic Shock gets the kill onto Celesao. And the Rampage from Phantoms, though, gets completely cleansed and annihilated. Hypothesis finds the kill onto Polar, Mithram onto Zach, and Sorry Tracer onto Phantoms themselves. These are popping pretty quickly. The contest is going to be foiled. And now, Team Max Squared. They are 1 flashpoint away from claiming the entire series for themselves.
Yeah, again, just really easy for the FAR to stay right on top of people, shoot their shot, and just like not really be a target, especially because they don't have hit scan on Supremacy's side in order to punish her. And even if they did, walking through the archway and doing it from like shooting them above, it's just not a great angle for them. We just see Kiriko, nice. Again, Kiriko, engage with this, go with that. Phantoms walking forward and killing Maxwell with a knife. Oh my god, Sorry Tracer, again, just really easily just shooting at everybody for free and just walking. The damage is insane, and we just take over. Okay, but Celesao may be able to find some value with this ultimate with Blade. Okay, but we get one. We get Hypothesis. If any, that is the one that you want to get, and that is the person you want to kill. Mithrin, maybe walking forward with more? I don't know. They're trying to escape here, and we're giving the point over it? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Supremacy is able to take that. Oh, Mithrin! Okay, yeah, we're not regressing here. That's good.
Mithrin making it out. Just a sliver of health remaining to their name.
Oh!
Now,
we also don't want Polar to come
looking for the re-engage. Polar gets forced out very quickly. This is your chance. Incendiary Rush can send through the points. Now it is a full-blown retreat for Team Max Square. Hypothesis barely clinging onto life. The Rampage does connect, gets 2.
Phantoms.
They will fall shortly after. Mithrin finding her grave right after that. And now Celesao with the kill to JPEG running for the spawn.
Alright. Remember, caster observation / caster facts. Hypothesis has the ult now. This time they win the fight, right? Because if they don't,
yeah, surely,
it's gonna be tied. We're gonna have even match.
Yeah, this is your moment. This is it.
Yes, caster predictions. They're always right. They've never gone wrong. They help everybody. Bar just absolutely shooting at the rockets however they want. Look at this. They're just staying out in the open. They know that nobody can hit them.
Excavation initiation, but Polar gets
Polar.
tossed in the air, not going to be able to retaliate with any of their own abilities. Now, Hypothesis does send the Rampage through the team, but the Beat is going to be able to save them from just a little bit. His Phantoms fall shortly after. Sorry Tracer looking around for those kills, gets one onto Zac. Are they able to make it two? Mithrin gets the kill into Celesal, Macro onto Sir Sanic. And there's your point flip. 99% though for team strategy. You're not really upset with that at all.
Yeah, Supreme, you have a chance. You have a very good chance because we used, right, the big key. We used the JQ ult already. It's winnable. Tell us how you do have Blade. Oh, but you know what? We have two support ults from Max Squared. This could be it, because engage happens off these two support ults. The time and time again in this entire map for every point, it's been Curie. And we've also engaged with Sorry Tracer's Barrage this time, and it gets them all low.
Anyone but Phantom gets dropped down incredibly low. Zac with the air shot finds that one, and Sorry Tracer makes that 3. The shutdown was immaculate. Now 60%. Things are getting spicy. Celesal has to hit a massive blade, but it's a Kitsune Rush and a Beat that he's going to be running into. Can the Varsity magic really like rub off here?
Yeah, that's what we want, because if we can, that would be fantastic to see this little turnaround here, but we engage first with JPEG's ultimate Kiriko. On Kiriko, action. Mithrin finding Celesal, so they don't have that blade, unfortunately. So Sanic is incredibly low and finished by Sorry Tracer. Oh, we do get that touch last second, but does it really matter? The rest of your team is dead here, guys.
Tried so hard. I got so
far.
But in the end, it didn't really matter when you touch the point that the rest of your team dies.
Barrage. Oh my god. yeah, good song. I love that song. That's a great song. We're so
a little different than I remembered it.
No, that was exactly how I remember it. Dude, look at this absolute monstrosity here. Sorry, Tracer. There's no one to shoot her, even if there was, right? Like taking advantage of the archways and staying up in the air. Man, it changed from Hypothesis being the big bad that you need to kill to the far up. What is it? Gate boss, girl boss, gatekeeper, Titan warlord. That one.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. You know the drill, right?
Yeah, as Max Square does.
Yeah,
GG's, everybody.
I'm really starting to understand the thought process behind that far pick. It's very insightful.
Yeah, like just like the first map actually, which I'm very happy about. Like, using the archways, kind of just archway themed in general, and like when they were, what was it, Ilios, I believe, out in the open, not as much value, and we did see them try it, but you know what? As soon as they were on this map and they were just in their home territory, popped off. Yeah.
Well, and popped off, but we're gonna be hopping off. Thank you all so much for catching the stream tonight. It has been a pleasure to host you all, and I hope you guys stay tuned because we're gonna be hitting you guys all with some UTOW Summer 2024 Intramurals coming up soon.
We'll be back.
Have a good night, everybody, and have a good rest of your weekend. Goodbye.
Take care.